morning, students. Today we are going to start lesson number 3, force and pressure. So, what is a force? Force is a physical quantity that changes the state of rest or of a uniform motion of a body in a straight line. Now, we will study Newton's first law of motion, that is, a stationary object on which no force is acting remains stationary. An object in motion continues to move with the same speed and direction when no force is acting on the object. Now, we'll understand Newton's first law of motion with an example. See, the ball, if no force is acting on it, it remains in the stationary position, means at rest. And when force is applied on it, it comes in motion. In the same manner, if it is in motion, then when we apply force, then it will come in rest position. This is Newton's first law of motion. Now we'll study contact and non-contact forces. Now observe the video. The red toy is moving by the force applied by the hand, and the yellow toy is moving by the magnetic property of repulsion. So, what do you observe? Any difference between these two pictures? Yes. See, in the first picture, we observe that the car is moving by the force applied by the hand, and the hand is in direct contact with the toy. And in the second picture, the toy is moving by the magnetic property of repulsion, but we see that there is no direct contact between the magnet and the toy. Now let's see another example. See, in the picture, the paper pieces are lifted with the help of hand, and see, in another picture, the paper pieces are attracted towards the comb. So what is the reason behind this? See, when we rub the comb on our hair, then electrostatic property is developed on the comb, and due to this electrostatic property, the paper pieces are attracted towards the comb. So, while pushing the toy with the help of hand and lifting the paper pieces with the help of hand, there is no direct contact between the hand and the object. These type of forces are called as contact forces. And see, while pushing the toy with the help of magnet and lifting the pieces of paper with the help of comb, there is no direct contact between the force applied and the object. Such forces are called as non-contact forces. Now we'll see the examples of contact forces and non-contact forces. Muscular force is example of contact force. See, kicking the football, hitting the ball with the help of bat. These are the examples of muscular forces, and here there is a direct contact. So they are the contact forces. The different examples of non-contact forces are magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. The fruit is falling from the tree on the ground due to the gravitational force of the earth. Here, there is no direct contact between the earth and the fruit. Therefore, it is a non-contact force. Now, we'll study about friction. The force acting between two objects which are in contact is called as frictional force. Frictional force is very essential while writing, while walking and firing a matchstick. So it is very essential. And now we see in the example pushing the compass. See, on the compass box, at the same time, the opposite force is applied by the surface on the compass, and this force is called as frictional force. Students, frictional force depends upon the surface. If surface is hard, then the frictional force is more, and if the surface is soft, then the frictional force is less. The best example for this is carom board. See, when the surface is hard, then what will happen? We have to apply more force on the striker to move. But when we are applied powder on the carom board, then the surface is soft. So we have to apply less force on the striker to move. See children, you observed the game of tug of war. In this game, if the pull of the force is equal on the two sides, the rope does not move. If the force is more on one side, the rope moves in that direction. This means that initially the two forces are balanced. The rope moves in the direction of higher force when the forces become unbalanced. Now, see in the example, if equal forces are applied on both the sides, then the center of the rope remains in the same position. But if unequal forces are applied, then the center of the rope moves towards the side having greater force. So, today we have learned what is meant by force, contact and non-contact forces, balanced and unbalanced forces. For better understanding, read the lesson once again.